See the clients.
Would you bow your heads in prayer? God of the universe, we come together to celebrate the grace you offer John and Kathy in forgiveness of the past and the promise of the future, as well as the grace you have given in their love for each other and their desire to share their lives, their families, their homes, and their spirits with each other. We ask you would bless their intentions with your presence at this most sacred time. It's in Christ's name I pray. Let us now observe a moment of silence to honor the memory of those who are not with us today, but are here in spirit. Amen. You may be seated. We're good. Friends, we have been invited here today to share with John and Kathy a very important moment in their lives. And in years they have been together, their love and understanding of each other has grown and matured, and now they have decided to live their lives together as husband and wife. Many years ago, my husband first shared with my dear friend Kathy about the possibility of a wonderful man for her. John was playing volleyball up at PA, and so Kathy decided to do a drive-by viewing. I guess she liked what she saw, because 26 years later, here we are. No matter how long it took them to get to this point, this is a grace-filled time, as mentioned in the song that Kathy and John chose. Isaiah 30:18 says, God waits to be gracious to us. And in the New Testament, in Ephesians, it speaks of God being rich in mercy, great in love for us, that God makes us alive even when we're dead in our own disasters, and that God's grace saves us. In the exceeding riches of grace, we're shown in God's kindness to us through Jesus. Grace isn't earned or deserved. It is a lavish gift from God and part of what we celebrate today by the presence of the Holy Spirit. A reading chosen by the couple called Union by Robert Fulghum. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. Those late night talks that included someday, and somehow, and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things we've promised and hoped and dreamed. Well, I meant it, every word. Look at one another, this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another: acquaintance, friend, companion, dancing partner, and even teacher, for you have learned much from one another in these last few years. Now you shall say a few words that take you across a threshold of life, and things will never be quite the same between you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, "This is my husband, this is my wife." In this time of masks and social distancing, Kathy and John have the grace to come together, the grace to defy the odds, the grace to hope in a future yet unseen, the grace to be spiritual beings having a human experience. And with that in mind, I now ask you both to share your intentions by exchanging vows and rings. So we'll start with the vows. And the proper answer is, I do. John, in the name of God and love, do you choose Kathy to be your wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to honor and respect, to love and to cherish? Do you love her and choose to spend the rest of your life with her? If so, answer.
I do.
Kathy, in the name of God and love, do you choose John to be your husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to honor and respect, to love and to cherish? Do you love him and choose to spend the rest of your life with him? If so, answer.
I do.
A second reading chosen by the couple is by Edmund O'Neill, and it's entitled, "Marriage Joins Two People in the Circle of Its Love." Marriage is a commitment to life, to the best that two people can find and bring out in each other. It offers opportunities for sharing and growth that no other human relationship can equal, a joining that is promised for a lifetime. Within the circle of its love, marriage encompasses all of life's most important relationships. A wife and a husband are each other's best friend, confidant, lover, teacher, listener, and critic. There may come times when one partner is heartbroken or ailing, and the love of the other may resemble the tender caring of a parent for a child. Marriage deepens and enriches every facet of life. Happiness is fuller. Memories are fresher. Commitment is stronger. Even anger is felt more strongly and passes away more quickly. Marriage understands and forgives the mistakes life is unable to avoid. It encourages and nurtures new life, new experiences, and new ways of expressing love through the seasons of life. When two people pledge to love and care for each other in marriage, they create a spirit unique to themselves, which binds them closer than any spoken or written words. Marriage is a promise, a potential made in the hearts of two people who love, which takes them a lifetime to fulfill. I have the rings. John was a little concerned. I have the rings. Your rings are circles. And a circle is a symbol of the sun, the earth, the universe, of wholeness, perfection, peace, and unity, of God's unending love for us. Like circles, your rings have no beginning and no end. And in the sacred tradition of marriage, rings have come to symbolize eternity, eternal love, and the endless union of body and mind and spirit. These rings will be worn by John and Kathy to show the world their love and commitment to one another. And may the presence of these rings always remind you of the eternal love you have pledged and devotion you willingly share with one another from this moment on by the grace of God. Let each of us here, in our own way, may it be prayer, may it be a thought, whatever you and I would wish for this couple, let's pray or have our own thoughts join God's as a blessing upon these rings. Let us pause at this time for these silent blessings. These rings, now blessed, are a symbol of love and faithfulness. They seal the vows of marriage and represent a promise of forever love. John, repeat after me as you place the ring on Kathy's finger. This ring is my precious gift to you,
This ring is my precious gift to you,
as a sign that from this day forward, from this day forward,
you shall be surrounded
and encircled by my love. Kathy, repeat after me as you place the ring on John's finger. This ring is a token
This ring is a token
of my endless and abiding love.
of my endless and abiding love.
Just as this circle is without end,
Just as the circle is without end,
my love for you is eternal.
my love is for you is eternal. And I can't get it over your girdle.
We're all a little
A little sweaty.
a little sweaty, a little swollen, a little tense. John and Kathy, I share my blessing for you in the name of Jesus. May God's grace transform your desires, motivations, and behaviors. May it ground and empower everything in your life as individuals and as a couple. May God's grace inform your speaking, your serving, your sufficiency, your response to difficulties and suffering, your participation in God's mission, your future, and your hope beyond death. May the grace of God go before you and come behind you and fill you with graciousness to others as you both live out the love and grace that has been so richly lavished on us in this life and in the one to come. Would you all join us and bow your heads as we end with the wedding prayer by Robert Louis Stevenson, which was chosen by the couple. Let us pray. Lord, behold our family here assembled. We thank you for this place in which we dwell, for the love that unites us, for the peace afforded us this day, for the hope with which we expect the morrow, for the health, the work, the food, and the bright skies that make our lives delightful, for our friends in all parts of the earth. Amen. Now, John and Kathy have given themselves to each other by solemn vows, with the joining of hands and the giving of rings, and by asking God's blessings. I now pronounce you husband and wife. Those whom God in love has joined together, let no one put asunder. John, you may now kiss your bride. It is now my great pleasure and distinct honor to introduce for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. John Bailey.